Chick. Hello, everybody. Hold on one moment. Oh shit, ain't nobody.
Target hit with our love dart. Measure this, we above chart. Treasure this, we can win smart, not average. See we invent, unsavage with our intent. Rain falls, wash away, owls call. Better prepare on the lair for a whole new day. Dancing with lightning, for some may seem frightening. We find it exciting to dance in the lightning. Dance. Dance. Dance.
Hey, Miss V. Hey, girl. How are you? Hey. I'm waiting. I was trying to wait for some more people to come in or somebody to type in the chat. Hey, Lady Tia. How are you, boo? Thank you for coming. Thank you. I hope everybody had a wonderful day today, a productive day. Hope you got everything you needed to get done. And I want to thank you all for stopping by and joining me on tonight for tonight's live. We're going to be talking about facing your fears and some ways that we can do that. I'm doing all right, Miss V. Thank you so much for coming in, showing some support. I really do appreciate that. So we're going to go on and get started. I'm not going to hold y'all long. We're going to get it in, and hopefully some more people will join us. I'm also trying to stream from Facebook as well. So I don't know. Let me see. I'm trying to do both, y'all. So let me see even if that's even working out for me. Let's see. Okay. I do. I see some people on somebody on Facebook. Hey, brother. Okay. So yeah. So tonight we're going to be talking about facing your fears. So first, let's just start with the definition of fear. Fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. When I think about things I am fearful of or things that I was once fearful of, I think of things like furthering my education and career. I think about, I used to be petrified, I mean terrified of dogs. I was very, very, very scared of dogs. Like it didn't matter, little dog, big dog, I'm running. I ain't care. So I think about things like that, stepping out of my comfort zone, doing things that I'm really not comfortable with. I've always been the type of person that I like to do things like I know it's gonna be, it's gonna be okay. Which, can you really say something gonna be okay? Yes or no? Maybe not. But I've always done things that I feel like, okay, I know I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that I was unsure about, I was always weary of doing it. So things like that. So and while we're talking about it, I want you guys to think of some things that you may also be fearful of, or some things that you were once fearful of that you've gotten over your fear of. And just think of some of those things so we can talk about those as well. Okay? So, facing your fears. A little bit of fear is normal. In fact, fear helps you instinctively protect yourself from harm. Your fear may help you recognize when danger is near and help you make safer choices. But you may also find yourself fearful of things that aren't actually dangerous. So what are some things that we could think of that's not really dangerous that we might be scared of? Anybody? Oh, hold on, y'all. Hey, mama, love you too. So, what are some things that that you all can think of that you may be afraid of that may not actually be dangerous? I can't. Dogs are dangerous. Some of them. So I had every right to be scared of dogs. Little dogs, big dogs, they all bite. Don't matter. So anyway, so common ways of facing your fears are evaluating the risk, creating an action plan, seeing a therapist, and be sure to not completely avoid your fears. For me, it was being broke. Yeah, that is a fear. That's a real fear. Being broke, not being losing your job, especially with this pandemic going on. So I started saving heavily. Yeah. 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 That is a fear. That is a fear. So let's see what else. So it also says evaluating the risk. So when you evaluate the risk, sometimes fear comes from not knowing much about the thing you fear. So, some things we fear, we don't really know about it. That's why we fear it, right? That's why we don't really want to test it out. That's why we don't really want to jump in that water, because we don't really know too much about it. We don't know if it's going to be good, if it's going to be bad, like investing in something, investing in a business, investing in, something where your money may be at risk of you losing it. I'm scared of the usual Scudderfield. That's a good one. Something that really can harm you, because can ghosts really harm you? They can, do they really exist or they don't? I know a lot of people believe in ghosts, but that's a whole nother topic. But that's one fear that's an example of a fear that can't really harm you. Ghosts. Because ghosts can't really harm you. I'm afraid it mixes, but now I'm not. Yeah. So yeah. Hey sis, we're talking about facing our fears. That's what we're talking about tonight, sis. And while I got you right here, let me do this. Hold on. Oh shoot. Hold on, sis. I'm gonna have to go on. Hold on, y'all. I gotta do something with her right quick, and then we're gonna get right back to it. Give me one moment. Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, we're talking about facing our fears, and I was speaking to Truth Be Told about what she was saying as far as like being scared of ghosts. So that's one of the things that I said that we can fear that really can't harm us. Because we can fear ghosts, but they can't really do anything to us, right? They can't really harm us. So keep in mind, it may just be because something feels scary. It doesn't actually mean that it's risky. So sometimes we just got to step out on faith, or we just got to step out of our comfort zone and just make a decision on if it's really worth it, weighing the pros and cons of what we're fearing. Is it really worth it? Like, is it really worth it to invest in this business? What's the pros? What's the cons? Like, am I going to make more money? Am I going to lose my money? That's the main thing, especially when it comes to like investing in something, starting a new career, going back to school. All of those things can be things that we really fear because we don't know what the outcome will be, right? Educate yourself about the facts and the risks you actually face by doing the things that scare you. That's one way of facing your fears. You know what I'm saying? Going into it with getting the facts, learning what it is that I'm so scared of this or that. So let me do some little research. Let me find out like more about it to see if it's something that I really need to be that fearful of, or if it's something that I really can do. What y'all think? I'm watching. Thank you guys for watching on Facebook, Mama. I was afraid of mice, but I would kill them now. I'm afraid of mice too. I'm afraid of, and like I said, y'all, I used to be so scared of dogs. I mean, like the smallest little miniature little puppy, I would run like crazy. I'm talking about, soon as I see it, I'm gone. I'm jumping on couches. I jump on your back. I ain't kept. You know what I'm saying? But I had to learn to face that fear because my husband and also my daughter, they love dogs. So I couldn't continue to, you know what I'm saying, hold them from not being able to enjoy what they love because I'm so scared of it. So I had to learn how to face that fear of being afraid of dogs. Yes, yeah, you're right, Deshante. Sometimes you have to step out and just walk on that water. Yeah. Stop fearing, just do it. That's easier said than done when you ain't got the bag. That's true, but it just depends on what you fear, because everything that we may fear may not necessarily pertain to money. It's a lot of things that we fear that don't necessarily have anything to do with money, so to speak. So it just depends on what it is you fear. That's why I said, like, so how did I overcome my fear of dogs? So my husband just kind of gradually started bringing, like, when he had a pit bull, a blue pit bull. So he started gradually just bringing it around me and making me just not him like hopping. I still don't really like dogs jumping on me or licking me or stuff like that. I ain't got that far yet. I'm still growing. but I can at least be around them now. So he just started gradually just bringing him around and letting him like sit in, making me sit wherever he was sitting, and just like when he moved, me not move and jump up, because dogs react to whatever, they can sense when you're scared. So I would just, have to just stay calm and sit there and let him walk around or do whatever he was doing without me overreacting. So he just gradually started doing that, and I eventually started being able to at least, be comfortable with the dog walking around and me being in the same household with the dog. So that's kind of like how I got over it. Yeah. All right. So create an action plan. That's one way that they say that you can overcome your fears, is create an action plan. So they say the key to facing your fears is to take one small step at a time. Going too fast or doing something too scary before you are ready can backfire. Do you guys agree with that? Sometimes we move too fast on certain things because we think we know, and we just jump out there sometimes, and we end up messing up. Do you guys agree with that? But it's also important to keep moving forward. A moderate amount of anxiety is okay. Pen to paper, write it down. What you say, Miss V? Yeah, I have a German Shepherd and a Pit Bull, but still fearful of other people's. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm still not at the point where I can like have a dog like jumping on me. Hey, lovely Lo. Thank you for coming. I'm still not at the point where I can have a dog jumping on me. Fred, you said fear will make you overreact. Yeah, fear will make you overreact. It will. So that's why, it's better not to jump into things. And that's why I'm saying, like, do a little research on some stuff that you are fearful of before you just jump out there sometimes. Now, sometimes you do got to go on and step out on faith. Like when it came to me going back to school to further my education. I was fearful of that because I feel like, I'm older now. I'm not going to be able to grasp things as quick as I probably could have when I was younger. So is it really worth me going back, or should I just not? Should I just stay in my career and just be happy with that, or, whatever? But what I realized, y'all, is that with me going back to school at the age that I am now, I am way more focused, way more, what word I'm looking for? I'm way more prepared. I'm way more, I do things a whole lot differently than I did when I was younger. Like, I used to procrastinate when it came to like doing like my homework, when it came to like making sure I got assignments done, projects done, studying XYZ. Like back in the day, I didn't do that, honey. I did it when I felt like doing it. If I stayed out all night, and I write a garbage paper, and I didn't care. But now I'm way more focused. I make sure I do my stuff on time. I turn it in early. I do assignments before they're due. All of that type of stuff, because I feel like, I know what I'm trying to do. I know where I'm trying to go. And it's like my mind is set there, and I didn't have anything to really be fearful of. I was thinking about, man, people going to be saying this and that. You too old. You too old to be going back now and all of that. And so I just jumped out there on faith when it came to me furthering my education. So that's one example of just stepping on out there. Yeah, what y'all saying? Hey, Auntie Diane, hey. Hold on. Okay. Y'all got to talk back to me now. I want y'all to talk to me too. So, while avoiding the situations you fear might make you feel better. So do you guys agree that avoiding situations that we're fearful of makes us feel more comfortable? Because if we act like they don't exist, like if we act like the stuff that we're scared of doesn't exist, that it make you feel better? Is that more comfortable to you, that you know what I'm saying, I'd rather just ignore it than address it type of thing? fear of the unknown will keep you from blessings. The other side of the door is nothing but opportunity. That's true. That's true. I agree with that. Sometimes fearful of, and like I said, sometimes we fear things because we're unsure of what the out. Like I was saying about myself, like sometimes I'm scared to do things that's not in my comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what the outcome may be. Yeah, comfortability is bliss. It's blissful to be comfortable. So, you know, if I'm comfortable where I am, I may not, y'all know, I won't try nothing new if it's gone, you know, because I'm unsure of what the outcome may be. And that sometimes can be a blessing and a curse, you know, because you could be missing out on something really good, you know what I'm saying? But because you're so afraid of jumping out there and actually doing it, that you miss out on some things because you're afraid, you know. So where was I at? Y'all know I'm trying to read and look at y'all too. Yeah, Mama said it's never too old you're never too old to go back to school. I agree. You know, I agree that, you know, that's what they say, but you know, I was nervous about it because I felt like, I'm so much older now, like, you know, my mind is not going to be able to, you know, the way the books and stuff, the schooling, the way they teach and everything now is so much different than back when I was in school a long time ago, you know. So I was like, am I going to be able to grasp the knowledge and grasp the information and be able to sustain it and stuff like that? Now I'm able to spend more freely due to what I was fearful of, because when I came to the realization I am not going with the money. Yeah, now you're able to do more because you understand how you can save and how important it is to save, and then you know what to do. V, so you can spend money when you know how to make money. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you're gonna go and spend frivolously, but you know that how important it is to make sure that you have savings. I get that. Because you don't want to be broke. So you know you ain't gonna go spend all your money because you fearful of being broke. I'm with you. So you feel better in the short term. However, avoidance can cause increased anxiety in the long term. Because initially you good with ignoring what you fear. However, the longer you stay fearful of that, the more anxiety you get from being fearful of that, whatever you may fear. So I'm gonna stop right there and just ask you guys on Facebook and also on YouTube, what are some of the things that you guys are fearful of? I shared a couple of things that I was fearful of, like going back to school. I used to be very scared of dogs. So those are two things that I did overcome because I did go back to school and I'm still getting over my fear of dogs. I'm not gonna say that like I'm 100% not scared. Now some of them I might see they too damn big. I'm running. I'm just sorry. So yeah. So what are some of the things that you guys are fearful of? Facebook. And on YouTube. I'm waiting. Y'all tell me. While I turn my page. Gradually facing your fears in small doses that don't overwhelm you. See? Doing stuff in small doses that don't overwhelm you. You may help decrease anxiety or letting your brain become accustomed to the fear. So if you just take in a little bit at a time of what you're fearing, just pinch a little bit off, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just get you a little bit pinch it off of there. And, eventually you may not be as fearful of it, whatever it may be. Y'all what's some stuff y'all fear? I know some people said they were scared of mice. What are some of your fears? I was scared to go back to school. I was scared of dogs. What else? What are some other things that I was fearful of? Let me see. Oh, I used to be scared to ride airplanes. I'm afraid of bridges over water. Okay. So how do you think that you can, what do you think that you can do that will make you be less fearful of being afraid of that? What are some things that you think you can do that will maybe gradually go like to a brook? Go to a brook, sis, and stand on the bridge, stand on the little brook. It's a smaller bridge. It ain't as big as the big bridge. Okay, so listen. You don't need to conquer every fear. You have an internal conversation with yourself about what you fear and what's stopping you from doing the thing that you fear. So have a conversation with yourself and say, find out. He's trying. So have a conversation with yourself about the thing that you fear, and then ask yourself, what can I do to overcome this fear? Can I, you know what I'm saying? Talk yourself through it. I'm gonna take it to a different issue of fear. Fearing the loss of the Black family, the fear of losing our communities. So, okay, hold on, let me put my paper down. Let's talk about that. Hey, sis. Welcome back. Hey, sis. So, fear of the Black family. When you say that, expound on that a little bit. When you say fear of losing the Black family, or do you mean the mom, the dad, the children in one household, and then you said the Black community. So when you say the Black community, are you saying like we have lost all of our communities, all of our hoods, or the hoods that I used to know and love are gone? It's no more Scudderfield, it's no more, Hurst Village and New Chicago, like the old ways that we knew growing up here in Memphis. So, they still got like certain areas, but it's nothing like, to me, like it used to be, like the family oriented, like everybody knew everybody. You can go next door and, you know what I'm saying, and borrow something, it wouldn't be no issue. It's nothing like that anymore today. So when you say fear of losing the Black family, can you explain that a little bit for me? Truth be told, what you mean by that? Okay, well, I'm waiting on on them to explain that. So let's continue. Are your fears causing you to lead a less fulfilling life? That's the question I have. Are your fears stopping you from being able to do things? Like I said, I used to be afraid to get on airplanes. So a lot of times that stopped me from being able to go, but only certain places, because every place you can't drive, right? You know what I'm saying? So in every place, sometimes you don't even want to drive because the drive is so long or whatever. Fred says some of those hoods needed to be gone. I agree, but I'm just saying. Fred. I'm just saying. Yeah, some of them did need to be gone. But as far as like, what was I saying? Shoot, I'd forget that quick. As far as like things that you fear that may be stopping you from fulfilling your, having a fulfilling life. Like I said, me being scared to fly stopped me from being able to do a lot of things. Go to a lot of places that I now have been to because I've gotten over my fear of flying. I used to be real scared. Like I was like, ooh, what if we crash? What if this? What if that? I had a whole lot of what ifs as to why I didn't want to fly. You know what I'm saying? I had a whole list of why it wasn't good, what was gonna happen to me, and why I wasn't gonna do it. And if I had to go, I'm driving. Oh, I talked a lot. I was talking Yeah, you know. I was talking a lot of stuff. So yeah. So I now understand how they can hold you back, because when you're scared of, if you're a person that's like scared of everything, you're scared, you procrastinate on everything, you can miss out on everything. Like if everybody going to a show and they're asking you, hey, you want to go, you're gonna go, but I really don't like crowds, and I really don't, I don't really want to do this, and I don't really want to do that. So you know what I'm saying? You missing out on good times because you're fearful of being in a crowd, because some people do have that fear of claustrophobic, of being around a lot of people and being closed in, you know. So that's a fear that can definitely stop you from being able to enjoy life. Yeah, Fred. The fear of what if. Exactly. I suffer from that a lot on a whole lot of stuff. What if this? What if that? I sit down and come up with 50 reasons why I shouldn't do something. I have 50,000 reasons why. I ain't doing that. No, I ain't doing that. I'm tell you why. X, Y, Z, Z, Y, X, whatever. I wasn't doing it. Truth be told, I'm still waiting on you to explain to me what you mean by loss of the black family, so I can expound on it. Yep. So if your fears are causing you to not live a happier life, or you know what I'm saying, because what you're going to end up doing is, like, when you miss out on things, you're going to be always wondering, like, dang, if I had done it, I probably would have enjoyed it. I wish. You're going to be with the what'd you say, Deshante? Yes, Youngry, you do. Whatever. I'm just saying. I know I do. That's what I'm saying. I come up with some reasons. I'm telling you. I have, and I make you believe what I'm talking about now, because I know what I'm talking about. Y'all know I know what I'm talking about. I know what I be talking about. I come up with them, honey. And I be done researched it, and I be telling you the facts of the internet, what the internet said. So yeah, I will do that. I'm working on it, but that's what I mean. Like, you end up missing out on so much because you're so afraid of what if, or what's gonna happen and all of this. So you end up missing out on stuff. And that's what I'm saying. So in order to get over that, you have to gradually work your way into stuff. Like, take little baby steps. Take a little piece off of it and entertain it, and then get you another little piece, and then get you another little piece till you got a whole plate. That's what I say. What y'all think? So, fear or phobia? What is the distinction between a fear and a phobia? When psychologists distinguish between fears and phobias, the key difference is the strength of the fear response and its impact on the person's life. Both fears and phobias generate an emotional response, but a phobia triggers anxiety. When you have a phobia about something, you instantly get, agitated. You get antsy, you get irritated about it, because, like, if I see, I'm gonna tell you what I have a phobia about. I do not like snakes. I don't like looking at them. I don't like, even on TV, I do not like them. When I see them, I instantly just cringe. I instantly start scratching. I be itching and everything. It just do something to my nerves, y'all. I can't stand snakes. Ugh. Whew. I'm back. But yeah, I can't stand them. So whenever I see them, wherever now I ain't never seen no snake besides at the zoo and on TV, and that I'll tell you right there, that's enough to irritate. That's a phobia. If I did see one for real, I probably fall out. I know I would. I'm falling out. I can't take it. So a phobia triggers anxiety that is disproportionate to the perceived threat, so much so that it interferes with a person's ability to function. Do you guys agree with that? That a phobia can cause you not to be able to function. You can't think straight. You can't do whatever it was you was doing because I don't like to. Another thing. Now, hold on. Let me make sure so I don't have to get none of y'all together before I say this. Okay. So let me put my paper down so I can go and say this before I have to get y'all together, because I know y'all gonna try to come for me. I don't like to touch meat with my hands. I don't like to touch it. Young Ree can cook. I can cook. You hear me? I can cook. I cook good. However, I don't touch meat with my hands. I put on gloves. Even if I don't have any gloves, I'm going to put on some plastic bags and tie them around my hand. And I'm not talking about just one particular meat. Any raw meat, I don't touch with my bare hands. I just do not do it. I don't do it. So, I said it. But the food be good though. Y'all, the people that ain't my food, you never know that Young Ree ain't touched it with her bare hands. I don't touch raw meat. Now, once I get it in the grease and I get it in the oven or whatever, even when I make meatloaf, I do not touch it with my hands. I do it with gloves. And and then once it get too much, meatloaf is messy. So once I get too much raw meat on the gloves, I'm gonna change them off and put some more on. It's just something about it. I don't like it. It feels funny to me. Shut up, Deshante. Anyway, do any of you guys have any phobias? I'm the only one with all the issues. Okay. I don't like them at all, period. Okay, Mama, you said you don't like snakes either. Me, I just cannot. I hate them. Ugh, they irritate me. Hey, son. Trey 5. So I'm waiting on y'all to tell me. Many people believe that when fear and anxiety show up in our lives, we need to stuff them away. We need to either stuff them away, defeat them, and move on. What y'all say? When fear comes into your life, what do you... Okay? I don't mess with them either, child. I don't even want to see them. I don't want no part of them. I don't want to look at them. I don't want to draw. I don't want no picture of them. Nothing. What do y'all say? When we are met with fear, how should we address it? Should we face it head on? Should we ignore it, stuff it away, act like it don't exist, and move on with our lives and keep on keeping on? You believe, Deshante says, I believe in meeting a fear head on. Well, I'm trying to get there. Some of them I have met head on. Some of them I have. Not every fear. Okay. Yeah, I put on gloves. I cannot stand touching meat. I have never been able to do that since I started cooking. And every time I have done it, I wash my hands. I can't even cook because I keep washing my hands. Yep. So I looked on a website called Lifestyle, and they gave 13 different ways that you can overcome a fear. So I'm gonna just talk about some of them, and I'm gonna wait for you guys to comment and let me know if any of those ring true for you. So that says, know that fear. The first one is, know that fear is real but can be overcame. And it says, right now around the world, people are facing fear, real fear that I pray my children and I will never experience. Does that lessen my fears or your fears in your relativity safe 21st century life by just praying that the fear? Hey, why Nicole? Hey. We face fear and somehow move forward or are stopped in our tracks. So they say the best way to face fear is to pray about it, and pray that certain things don't happen. What do y'all say? Yay, nay, maybe? What y'all say? Two, the second one is accept your fear. Accept your fear. Accept the thing that you're fearful of, and be done with it. I'm scared of dogs, that's it, and I'm moving on. I'm scared to ride the airplane, that's it, I'm moving on. I'm scared to get married, that's it, I ain't worried about it. I'm just not gonna do it. Prayer works, okay. That was the first one. The second one, they say, just accept whatever it is that you're afraid of. Just accept it and be done with it. Accept that you're scared. Accept that you're scared. Act like you know you're scared, and just go on and be scared. Pretty much. So what do y'all say about that one? Do you guys agree with just accepting what it is that you're afraid of and just moving on from there? I'm scared and that's just it. What y'all say? The third one is get some perspective. We know something is scary and yet we still do it. Why? Because we have a perspective of or to the fear. When you lose perspective, it can feel too big and too scary. Because we do some things that we know we might be afraid of, but we still do it anyway, right? Like, for instance, I'm gonna give you an example. Like, I used to ride roller coasters when I went to the amusement parks. Not that I was scared I was gonna die. You know what I'm saying? So that was the perspective. Like, I know I ain't gonna die. I'm gonna be scared for a minute, but I'm gonna live. So I started riding. That was that was my perspective on how I got to ride the roller coaster. Okay, I said I ain't gonna die. It's just I'm gonna be a little scared because we're gonna go up and down and around, and we're gonna do all that. But I'm gonna live, so I'm gonna ride. Okay, Mama, you said just have faith. Okay, so and they also saying that prayer works. Okay, so get some perspective. You know what I'm saying? Just think it through and be like, okay, I'm afraid, but it'll be okay. So I'm gonna go on and do it, even though it's a little scary. I'm gonna go on and try it out. Do you guys agree with that? Hold a hand. Have a team. Get you a support system. Get you a team to do it with you. Get you a team. Get you a go team go to bag you up to do something that you're fearful of. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that is something to have a support system to help you face a fear? If you got a team behind you rooting for you, telling you go ahead, you can do it, type of thing, will that make you want to do something? I have a severe phobia of Triphobia. I just have a panic attack. Look it up, it's awful. So Triphobia, yeah, you gotta have a strong team. Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to have a strong. I think having a strong support system behind you is one way of getting over a fear of some fears. Now, some of them you gotta face on your own. Some of them you do have to face on your own, but I'm gonna have to look that one up. Why Nicole Triphobia? Can you tell me a little bit about what it is? Like what type of fear is that to where you have panic attacks, and what do they suggest that you do when you having them? Like what is when you're going through that having that issue with the Triphobia? What do they say is the best way to handle it to keep you from having the panic attacks? Hi, Myra. Thank you for coming. Bye. Don't do it. Support systems are powerful. Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like having a strong support system on certain things is the best. Like having somebody to encourage you, help build you up. Because like I said, when I was getting ready to go back to school, when I shared it with a lot of my family members, when I was feeling down about it and feeling unsure about it, when I spoke with like my family, my loved ones, my close friends, and how they encouraged me and built me up, made me feel more confident about doing it. So that that alone sometimes makes a difference, having a strong support system. When you can look at multiple holes next to each other. Yeah. Now, yeah, when you can't look at multiple holes next to each other. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Images of a lot of small holes gathered together. The images just stay with you. Oh, okay. That's what that is. Okay. Okay. I never knew. Okay. That's what triphobia is. Okay. I never heard of that before. Now I don't know what type of thing it is with me. Like a lot of people don't, when you walking, you don't look down. I always watch the ground when I walk because I want to make sure I'm watching where I'm walking. I make sure I'm not stepping in anything, stepping on nothing. So I do that a lot. I don't know if it's a phobia or not, but I do. When I walk, I look down at the ground to see where I'm walking. Images of a lot of small holes gathered together, and they just stay with you. Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that. I had never heard of that before. Hey, Auntie Myra. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, so we all agree that having a strong support system is good. Praying our way through of the things that we fear, like asking God to just take this fear away from me, is a good way also of handling fear, right? We all agree with that. All right. Look for things in life that fear can't touch. They will create confidence and faith for the future, whatever you face. And they will give you a sense of why being you is awesome. That's encouraging. I ain't said they said it. They just said, look for the things in life that fear can't touch. What are some things that fear can't touch? What are some things that fear can't touch? Process your fears to carry on with life. Being brave is not about sticking your chest out and smiling regardless of what you endure. It is about finding a way to emotionally process your fears to be able to go on. That's the bottom line, y'all, right there. Just finding a way to process the thing that you fear and being able to move on with your life at the end of the day. And being able to just move on with your life. Do y'all agree? And one thing that it says that I agree with is that you are not defined by your fear. One fear does not define your life. So that triphobia, why, Nicole, does not define your life. Okay? Be mindful of that. It is likely to lead you to thinking of all the times you succeeded and bring a moment of calm, confidence, and faith back to you. If you just remember that whatever it is that you fear does not define you. It is not all of you. It's just a piece of you. And it's something that you can overcome with a strong support system, with prayer, and with acceptance of what it is that you fear and being able to accept, like, hey, this is what I have, this is what I fear, and moving on. Fear can touch everything, but you're right. You have to process it and move on. Yeah. You got to be able to process the thing that you fear, and either you face it or you accept that I'm just going to be scared of this, whatever it is. I'm just fearful of it. I'm not going to do it, and just move on with your life. And don't let it define you. Don't let it hinder you. Yes, a good way of handling fear is having faith. I declare every day that I am Psalms 91 equipped. When I prayed over my entire home, fear left me. Once I prayed over my entire home, fear left me. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. So she sent me some pictures of what it looks like, y'all. What the ooh, that's bothering me. That's what triphobia causes. Like that is irritating. That's irritating me. So I can see how that can be irritable. Ew. I don't even like that. So go with fear. It says when you learn to go with fear, you could find yourself actually having fun. I have. Do y'all agree with that? If you just, I guess they're saying like feeding. You couldn't see it. Okay, hold on. Let me show you again. I don't know if I want to see it. Hold on. Oh, okay. I can't show y'all because she don't like it. I have to show y'all another time. I don't agree with that either. Go with the fear. Somebody white wrote it. we ain't just gonna go with the fear. We ain't some they wrote it. Yeah, I don't even like looking at that. So overall, we've decided that ways to overcome our fears is to either face them head on, pray about them, accept them and process it and move on, or you can do like they do and go with the fear. You can go with it, whichever way y'all want to go. So yeah, so that's the bottom. That's the gist of what we can do to face our of dealing with our fears or conquering our fears. We can either face them head on, pray about them, get you a support team to help you face your fears, talk it out, or help build you up to be able to go along and get, to do what you need to do to get over your fear. Process it and deal with it like, hey, I'm just going to be scared of this. That's just what it is. I have accepted that, and move on with your life. We can do it any one of those different ways. Yes? See, I told y'all we weren't going to be long tonight. This was going to be not that bad. But this was my first time being able to stream on Facebook and also on YouTube. So it was so fun to be able to see some of you guys on Facebook as well. I hope more of you guys tune in next time since I'm able to stream from both. This was the first time I was able to do that. So yay for that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Normally what I do, I normally go on Wednesday night and Friday night, but I'm thinking about changing it to Thursday and Friday only because Wednesdays are a little bit hectic for me. I have a lot going on and I be trying to do. So I think I may move it to Thursday and Friday, just do it back to back like that, and I think it'll be more fun that way. So I think that's the way I'm thinking about going. So tomorrow, y'all, I'm gonna have our first freestyle Friday with Young Reed. Now, Freestyle Friday, we just having fun. We talking about whatever y'all want to talk about. All the stuff going on the internet with for instance, with the Derek, what's his name, Derek Jackson, and all of the other stuff that's going on out here. We could talk about whatever, girl. It don't matter. We just talking about everything. We just freestyling. Whatever y'all want to talk about, whatever I want to talk about, get y'all drinks, get y'all, put your feet up, chill out. We're going to have a good time on tomorrow. Yeah, BYOB, bring your own, whatever. Get your pizza, have your kids, not locked away, y'all. Not locked away. Let them go watch TV or whatever it is the children do on Friday night, okay? So that we can hang out, we can gossip, we can talk, we can do whatever we want to do and have us a good time and have us a good laugh and enjoy each other, okay? So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. I I really enjoyed you guys. I hope you guys got something from tonight's live on Facing Your Fears. I hope you gathered some type of info, and you can do your own research as well on some ways to conquer your fears, like I did, you know. And hopefully I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Again, thank you to my moderator, my new moderator who is in here, my sister. Thank you so much. I know you didn't plan on doing it, but you do what I say. So we I really appreciate all of you guys. I really do. And I hope I see you guys again tomorrow night for our first Freestyle Friday with Young Reed. And if the people on Facebook, if you, hey Raven, hey pretty girl. So come tomorrow, Ray. We're gonna have fun. If you guys never been on a Friday night with Young Reed, we have fun. We have a good time on Friday. We really do. Young Reed be drinking her wine, and you know I get very silly when I have my wine. So we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna turn up. We're gonna talk about all the stuff, some stuff y'all probably know that I don't know, some stuff I probably know that y'all don't know. So we're gonna talk about all of it. Okay? Okay. All right. So thank you guys again. I love you all. I'll see you guys tomorrow.